Hi everyone, Catherine here. Thanks for joining me at my home today. I'm glad to be back. It's been about a month since I've been on YouTube, so I am very happy to be back on for you guys. If you have any medical conditions, please speak with your doctor before practicing with us. Very important just to keep you safe. So we're going to start out on our mat as usual, and you can lie down and get comfortable. So if you have any back discomfort, you can bend your knees, allowing the knees to collapse into each other, or legs are straight. So whatever feels good for you. Make sure there's space between the low back and your mat, and just give your shoulders a little shrug and let them relax. Bring your arms alongside of the body with palms up or hands on your belly. Again, getting comfortable. And so we'll do a brief centering here. Once again, returning your attention to your breath. Observing the rise and fall of your belly, your chest. Begin to relax those places in your body that feel tight or tense. Just letting them go. And then moving your attention to your mind. And just checking in with your mind, observing how your mind is feeling today. Is it busy with thoughts, or maybe the mind is clear? Noticing any emotion. And then bringing your attention back to your breath and moving your breath into your belly now. So on your inhalation, allow the belly to expand into your hands. Exhaling, the belly descends back towards your spine. Elongating both inhalation and exhalation. Inhaling nice, slow, long, and deep. Belly expands. Exhaling, belly descends. Keep that going. We'll do this a few more times. And just bringing attention to your breath can help to relax and calm the mind. It also recenters ourselves, as well as helps to strengthen the muscles that support your breath. Now return back to your normal breath and just observe the difference between controlling your breath as you just did and allowing the body to breathe in its natural rhythm. Noticing any changes in the mind or how you're feeling as well. As you draw your next breath in, let's slowly bring the arms up overhead and stretch nice and long. Exhale, and the arms come back alongside, letting the shoulders relax. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, reaching behind. If you want, you can interlace the fingers as well and press the palms out, flexing the feet. Exhale, and arms come back alongside, shoulders relax. Last time, inhale. Nice long stretch. Feeling sensation running from hands all the way down to the tips of your toes. Exhale, and bring the arms back alongside, shoulders relax. And then from here, one at a time, let's bring the knees up to the chest, clasping our hands under the knees. Knees can be together, open, and just taking a moment here. If you want, you can do gentle rocking movements. You can move your feet and just kind of releasing the back. So it's really early in the morning here right now. It's about 6 a.m. and I just got out of bed and I'm a little tight. So this is something that you can do when just waking up in the morning, and I've probably mentioned that before in other videos as well. And then we'll go ahead and move into the hips now. So open the knees a little wider, float the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling, and just let the weight from your hands draw the knees down as the tailbone rises up. You can stay here or reach up and grab your ankles, or wrap your middle finger, point your finger and thumbs around the big toes, or grab the outer edges of your feet. So just taking the option that fits best for you. And again, just staying here, not forcing the knees down, just letting the weight from your arms draw the knees down. And then we'll go ahead and exhale, bring our feet down and readjust your back body if you need to. And then step your feet apart, bring your arms out to a T, a bit lower than your shoulders, and begin to windshield wiper your legs side to side. So inhaling, knees up, exhaling, knees drop over. And the head might want to move in the opposite direction of the knees, or maybe you want to keep your gaze up at the ceiling. Otherwise, we're just moving the legs side to side, releasing the low back, the hips, and the pelvis. Bringing the knees back up to center. And go ahead and walk your feet a little bit closer towards your body. Intuitively find those ankles under the knees. And then from here, we'll float the right leg up towards the ceiling. So flexing that foot, and then see if you can interlace the fingers behind the back of the leg. Another option would be to get a belt or a yoga strap or a rope and place it on the ball of your right foot, and then holding the strap, both ends, in the right hand, and just extending the right arm up, left arm alongside of the body. Otherwise, we're just going to stay here. Now, because I'm tight, I'm keeping my left knee bent, but you can go ahead and straighten the left leg if you feel more flexible this morning, and make sure that left leg is activated so the foot is pointing up. If you want, you can do small rocking movements, side to side, up and down, just getting into deeper hip stuff, ligaments, that kind of thing. It's a very small movement. So it's good to do if you have arthritis in the hip. This also helps to release the low back as well. The hamstring and low back are kind of interconnected. And then we'll go ahead and take the right ankle on top of your left knee, moving into the right hip again, and just pressing the right knee away from the body. And you can stay here if you're feeling lots of resistance, or lift your left foot up and clasp your hands behind the left thigh. Exhale, bring both feet down and switch sides. So extend the left leg up, interlace the fingers behind your left leg or holding the strap in your left hand. Little movements if you'd like. And remember, you can straighten the right leg if you'd like. And then we'll go ahead and take the left ankle on top of your right knee, flexing your left foot, pressing the left knee away from the body, feeling the outer left hip. If you're not feeling that much of a stretch, you can bring your right foot up and clasp your hands behind the right leg. So if anything becomes really challenging and you're finding you're losing your breath, then you want to lessen into the pose. So taking the first option. And then exhale, bring both feet back down onto the mat. From here, we're going to imagine as though we have a cold ice cube underneath the lower back. So what we would do would be arch away from it. So we'll go ahead and inhale, arch the back. Now, if we have disc issues, don't arch or move so deeply. And this is stretching the lower back. And then the cold ice cube disappears, so we exhale and press the low back into the mat, tilting the pelvis towards your head. So you're basically doing pelvic tilts on your back. Inhale, arching away. And exhale, tucking. Inhale, arch. And exhale, tuck. And then we'll come back to a neutral position. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll over onto a side that feels good for you. And we'll stay here for a moment. You might ask why we do this. It's just to get the blood pressure regular. I can't speak. It's so early this morning. But just to balance the blood pressure before you come up. And then you're going to contract the abdominals in and up into the rib cage to bring yourself upright. Coming to hands and knees now. And go ahead and pad your knees if you need to. Placing something under the knees. Make sure the wrists are slightly forward of our shoulders, knees under the hips. If feet are cramping with toes pointing back, elevate your feet or curl the toes under. See if that helps. Otherwise, place something under the feet to elevate them. That's fine. And so on our next breath in, we'll lift the sit bone, spine, and head. Lessen this movement if we have disc issues. Exhale, tuck. So kind of like what we were doing on our back. But this gets more of the back. More of the spine. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. And the movement always starts with the pelvis. Exhale, pelvis tucks, spine, then head. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck. And then from the tuck position, sit back towards the heels. So now we're feeling the tops of our legs. And if this bothers your knees, elevate your bottom. So placing something underneath here, like a cushion or something like that behind you, and so you're not bending the knees as deep. Take a breath in here. So notice my head is lifting. I'm gazing at my hands. And we'll take a breath in Exhale, walk your hands to the right of the mat. Again, being mindful of this movement if we have disc issues. And then if you want to get a little rotation in the spine, go ahead and rotate the left shoulder behind you. And it's a little movement, peeking underneath your left armpit. Exhale back. And then walking your hands back to the center, take a breath in. Exhale, walk the hands to the left. Feeling the right side body now. And then if you want, rotating the right shoulder, peeking underneath the right armpit. And then unrotate. Take a breath in. Exhale, walk the hands back to the center of your mat. Inhale, lift up off of the heels. Looking forward on the floor. And readjust the hands. So wrists are slightly forward of the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we'll extend the right leg straight back behind us. And then elevate your right leg and press through the back heel. If you prefer to keep the foot down, please do, that's fine. Keep pressing through the back heel. Lift out at the shoulders. So feeling the right glute here. And then on your exhalation, I want you to bend the right knee and bring it in towards the chest. Again, we want to be mindful of our spine. So if we have disc issues, maybe not tucking as much. Otherwise, see if you can bring your right knee towards your right elbow. So working the belly. And then pressing the right leg straight back behind, gazes forward on the floor. Exhale, knee to elbow, tucking. And then bringing the leg straight back behind one more time. And then bending the knee, coming back to the right elbow. So building a little strength in the belly here, and you're also building strength in the upper body. And because you're doing a bit of weight bearing and pressing the right leg straight back, so it's good for the bones. And then shift your weight into your right hand, extend the left arm right out in front. Thumb is pointing up into cat stretch. Reach and stretch. Breath is moving in and out, and pelvis is parallel with the mat. And then we'll exhale, bring your left hand and right knee back down. Take a moment, pause, observe how you feel. And then we'll extend the left leg back. Toes can rest or elevate your left leg. Press through the back heel. Lift out the shoulders. Exhale, bring your left knee in towards your elbow, left elbow this time, rounding the spine. And then slowly pressing the left leg back. And bringing the left knee into your left elbow, rounding. Pressing straight back, looking forward. And exhale, last time. And then pressing back. Keeping your gaze forward, then reach the right hand forward now. So remember, you can bring the toes down if you want. Thumb is pointing up, reach forward. Breath is moving in and out, really finding your breath as best you can. And And then exhale, bring the right hand down, and then see if you can float the left foot forward. So bringing the left knee into your chest. And if you need to grab behind the left leg, you certainly can to help that leg forward. Otherwise, you're just going to float that left foot forward, moving into low lunge. And feel free to place something under the right knee. Make sure your left knee is over your left ankle. Steady yourself. So really finding the left foot on the mat. Gaze is forward on the floor. And you can stay here if you'd like, or press into the foot and come up, letting the arms hang. Getting your balance. And then bringing your hands to your heart. Or reaching up towards the ceiling. Lift the rib cage up, drop the head back. You want to take the full pose. If this bothers your neck, keep your gaze forward. And then reach the arms out wide. I have this table next to me, so this arm's not going to come down as long, but reaching out wide through the fingers. Turn the palms up. Really feeling a nice stretch in the shoulders and the arms. Waking the body up. Exhale, bend your elbows and bring your fists to your lower back. And see if you can squeeze the elbows in and open the chest. So again, this is a little bit of a back bend, so be mindful of that if this movement irritates the spine, if you know that for a fact. And then exhale, lean forward and bring your hands down, and then keep your right hand or right fingertips or on a brick or a block or whatever you have to elevate the floor up to you. Keep your right hand on the mat, left hand on the low back. Rotate the left shoulder and pelvis to the left. Remember, the pelvis moves with the spine when we're moving into twists. Stay here or reach the left arm up. So depending on the shoulder, left hand can stay on the low back. And exhale, bring the left hand down next to your left foot, step back. Move into downward facing dog now. So we'll take a breath in, curl the toes under. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, round the spine. Take another breath in and exhale, lifting the hips gently towards the ceiling. Notice how it feels in the backs of your legs. If you're feeling tension, step your feet apart. If you're feeling any pulling, strong pulling in your sitting bone area or low back, step your feet apart and begin to elongate the side rib cage. Breathe. And then step your feet together if you've stepped them apart, about hip width apart behind you, and then lower the knees to the mat. Now see if you can float the right foot forward. So right knee comes into the chest. You can grab behind the leg if you need to though, and then step the right foot forward. Make sure the right knee is over your ankle and not traveling towards your toes. Get steady, feel that right foot. You can pad the left knee if you need to put something under there as well. And then press into that foot, come up. Let the arms hang to get balance first. And then hands can come to your heart. Stay here or reach up. Full pose, lifting the rib cage, dropping the head back. So even if you're in hands at your heart or letting the arms hang, that's fine. Reach the arms out wide again. Feeling the shoulders. Turn the palms up. Feeling that front foot, working that front leg. And then exhale, fists to your lower back. Squeeze the elbows in, open the chest. Also, this kind of works the shoulders a bit too, so relieving any tension there. Exhale, bring your hands back down, framing out your right foot. Keep your left hand on the mat, right hand on the lower back. Move the pelvis to the right as you turn to the right. Excuse me. And then staying here, reach the right arm up. Gaze to the right or to the floor, whatever feels most comfortable for your neck. Again, breath is moving in and out. Exhale, right hand comes down. And then we'll step that right foot back. Back to hands and knees. Moving into down dog again. Make sure the wrists are slightly forward of our shoulders. Inhale, lift the sit bone, spine and head. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, round the spine towards the ceiling, letting the head go. Take a breath in again. Exhale, curl the toes under and back to downward facing dog. Notice how the backs of the legs feel, the low back and your sitting bones area, your hiney. If you're feeling pulling or a lot of tension in the backs of your legs, go ahead and step those feet apart more. Elongating the side rib cage, slight contraction of the belly towards the spine. Breathe. So feeling how this pose affects the body. If feet are apart, step them closer. Look up at your hands, take a breath in, exhale, carefully walk forward to the top of your mat with knees bent. If you have spine issues, come up to standing and bring your hands on the tops of your thighs, coming forward a tiny bit, if at all. Okay? If legs are straight with hands on either side of your feet, you can stay here. Or if knees are still bent and you don't have back issues, straighten the legs and bring the hands on the legs. Okay? But if we're feeling lots of pulling right here, come up a little bit more so we're not overworking those ligaments in the lower back. If you're in half fold, hovering the rib cage and pelvis over the floor. Bring your hands on the tops of your thighs. Press the hands, the heels of your hands into the thighs and come up. Squeeze your glutes, activate your legs, and come into standing. I'm going to move my camera a little bit here. And we're going to come up to standing. And then from here, bring your hands to your hips, shift your weight into your left foot, and bend your right knee. And the toes can skim too on the floor. And then see if you can tip forward with your right knee bent. And then see if you can straighten the right leg behind you. And then bring that right foot to the left. Shift your weight into your right foot. Shifting your weight into your right foot, bend the left knee. Contracting the abdominals. Toes can skim. And then see if you can slowly come forward with your left knee bent. And then see if you can straighten the left leg behind you. And bring your left foot to your right foot. Arms hang. Back to Tadasana, engaging the legs, glutes, abdominals. Hands at our heart. And then we'll come back down onto the mat. So we'll do some releases. So recline backwards, getting balanced in your back body once again. Arms out to a T. Windshield wiper your legs. Inhaling up, exhaling, knees drop over. And then knees back up to center, knees collapse into each other. Hands can rest on your belly or off to the sides. And feel free to do this as long as you'd like. You want to stay here. And then bringing the soles of your feet together, knees drop open. Again, you can stay here for as long as you'd like as well. For those who just want to move into Shavasana now, you can straighten your legs or keep the knees bent, collapsed into each other, or feet together and knees apart. Legs straight or a bolster under the knees, something under the head, arms alongside or hands on your belly. Closing your eyes and returning your attention back to your breath as you relax and let go of any residual tension from the body. And I will leave you here in Shavasana. You can stay as long as you want. When you get up, make sure you roll onto your side and stay on your side for a bit, contract the abdominals, and come up. And I am very appreciative of you guys joining me this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whenever you turn me on today. And I hope that you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It helps me to promote what I do, and I hope you have a blessed day. Namaste.